The doctor is in.
Oh, yeah, the doctor is in, and on the newsmaker line, we got Chris. Come on in here, Chris.
Hey, how's it going, Doc?
Well, it's going sideways today if you were catching any of that just before you came on. But we're going to switch gears a little bit here and talk to you. So what are you bringing to the show today?
Hey, I'm bringing the newest edition of the Firearms Guide, our 8th edition that we just published this month. So it's a brand new edition that we have on 3 different media. Of course, we have it online at thefirearmsguide.com, but we also have a new DVD that is for both Windows and Mac computers, and we have our super fast and super new Firearms Guide on super fast USB flash drive that comes in a combo with online edition. And that little USB drive is so small that you can put it on your keychain and have the world's largest gun book and gun firearms and ammunition reference guide, gun schematic library, and gun value guide literally on your keychain.
Well, that would be awesome, because those of us that enjoy our God-given right of self-defense, we also love all of the wonderful tools and implements that are available to exercise that. And, of course, firearmsguide.com, a fabulous reference. Man, you got an absolutely beautiful weapon there on the homepage, but 67,000 different types of guns and ammo, 1,000 manufacturers available from 52 countries. And for those of us that occasionally do our own work, 6,800 schematics and blueprints. Because let's face it, these days it's hard to find a really good gunsmith in your area. You may have to do that work yourself. So, Chris, how does somebody obtain this for themselves?
Well, it's pretty easy. You just go to the firearmsguide.com, and on the top end of your computer screen, you will find the Buy Now button. You just click it there, and you choose the option that you like. You know, some people will only pick online edition. Some people with online edition, they like to get the DVD as an offline, backup that always going to stay with them. And some of the people will want with online edition to have also super fast USB flash drive offline backup, that you can put on your keychain. So there is something for everybody. But if you like guns and if you work on your guns here and there, and also if you sell or buy anything from your collection, it's also great to have the Firearms Guide, because Firearms Guide is just like a blue book. Huge gun value guide that presents over 68,000 guns and ammo with a full set of gun values, from 100% condition down to 30% condition of every gun.
Wow.
It's also a great gun value guide. Why wouldn't you know, the value of your collection, or if you're buying something you don't want to overpay,
Well, yeah, and a lot of us, I don't happen to be one of those guys that has a gun safe full of guns. I wish I was, but I have a lot of friends that do, and they love to go out and buy this stuff, but, unless you're a real expert on it, it's hard to know what some of these things are worth. Nobody wants to overpay. And so the Firearms Guide is the way to do that. I mean, you can get a year subscription for $29.95. What a great gift for that person that's hard to buy for. I mean, if you listen to this show, I guarantee you that you and all of your family are probably involved in the firearms world, the gun culture. What a great way to help somebody enjoy that even more.
Absolutely. I mean, even if you are a gun professional, or even if you are just new guy who just comes into the world of the guns, for sport shooting reason, hunting reason, home defense reason, it's always good to know a lot about guns, And Firearms Guide is exactly that. It will allow you to research and to find technical specification on over 68,000 different guns and ammo from literally 1,000 manufacturers. We cover both antique and modern firearms, from the earliest black powder guns, flintlocks, caps locks, all the way to the most modern 2017 tactical firearms from basically every police and special force and military force around the globe.
Well,
on top of that,
I can't tell you how many times I've been watching a movie and I see some great looking weapon in there and I wish I knew more about it. This is the way to find that out. You've got 45,000 high resolution color photos that are up to 4,000 by 1240. That's huge. That means you can really look up fine detail on one of these weapons. And so the next time you see, you're watching some movie or something, you see a great gun on there, here's your way to find out who made that gun and whether or not it's available for you.
Absolutely, because when you go in a regular bookstore and you buy just a book about the guns, most of the guns will not be presented with the pictures at all. And those that will be presented with the pictures usually are presented with a small black and white picture so you can't see anything. But with Firearms Guide, when you click on any gun of your choice, it will be presented with up to 12 high-resolution digital images that are big like 3 or 4 computer screens. So when you click on the picture and when you get in that zoom mode, you'll be able to see the smallest, most finest detail of every gun from every possible angle. Left profile, right profile, details of engraving, checkering, triggers, open sights, I mean literally everything. And that's a feature that you can find only with the Firearms Guide. And then on top of that, same as high-resolution images of guns, we have high-resolution gun schematics and blueprints. So when you want to see the tiniest part, like little tiny spring or a pin on a 1911 pistol or on your Remington 700 rifle, you just click on that gun schematic and become big like 3 or 4 computer screens so you can really see the tiniest detail. And then when you want to print out that gun schematic with original parts, click one click on a printed button and it comes right off of your printer. Nothing is easier than that.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I got it open right now here. I'm looking at the schematic. It shows you where every pin, every spring goes. It shows you exactly the order. Now, this probably has never happened to a lot of my friends, but it's happened to me. I have taken guns apart and forgotten exactly how they fit back together again. And rather than just using the trial and accident method of trying to put it back together, especially when we're dealing with a firearm, maybe it would be better if you had access to something like this so that you go in there and say, oh, you got to put the spring in before you put in the grommet.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a situation lately that I had one old laptop in my office, so I disassembled it completely to put the much faster flash disk, inside of the old laptop, so that my old laptop works fast again. And when I assemble it together, I found on my table 3 screws. I mean, my laptop still works even without those 3 screws, but the laptop cannot kill me or someone from my family. So when it comes down to the firearm, you really want to be 100% sure that everything that you take apart, that you put in back.
Yeah, well, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would go to work on the car, and he'd always have this can of spare parts when he got done. And maybe that was okay on a car, but it's not okay on a firearm, because I am relatively certain, Chris, that there's nothing in a firearm that is not essential on one level or another.
Absolutely, and that just tells me that you have a lot of experience, and because of the lot of experience with a gun, you have a lot of respect towards the firearm. And that's exactly why you have to have these super high-resolution gun schematics or a blueprint so that you can really see every part, how to put it back together. And our 6,900 high-resolution zoomable and printable gun schematics with the gun part list are for both antique and modern firearms. So even if you inherit some old revolver from your grandfather, or even if you bought some new AR rifle maybe 2-3 years ago, we have gun schematics and blueprints for all of them.
Wow, well, it's just amazing, guys. And I mean, a year for $29.95, the ultimate blue book on weapons and the ultimate reference tool on weapons. I would absolutely jump on this.
Guide as well, because let's be honest. If you're selling something from your collection, or if you're buying something for your collection, you're gonna pay off those $29.99 in literally first transaction that you do, because you don't want to overpay when you're buying guns for your collection, and you don't want to undersell when you're selling guns from your collection. So here and there, we all flip some guns. We get rid of some guns that are not excite us anymore like they used to, and we want to buy something new or some new antique firearm. And when you're doing that, really be sure that you know exact value of your gun, and that's why logging into the firearmsguide.com and check those values before you do that.
Well, I also noticed you have an extensive list of ammunition here as well. And so you can actually pull up a piece of ammunition and get the specs on that, and find out what it is, where it's made, and it's an amazing list. Yeah, and how much it's worth.
I've got like a ton of ammo. I'm like, I have no idea what it's worth, but like I got all different kinds, and I really would like to sell it because I don't have a gun to match half of it.
You should bring that over here.
You know,
we should trade that out.
I say I'm going to each time, but it's so flippin' heavy that I can't make myself get it. Like, pick up the crates. I mean, one, like, crate of it is, like, super heavy.
Well, like, I'm sitting there looking. You can tell a lot about a bullet. For instance, the velocity at 100 yards, this particular bullet, is 2,000 feet per second. It starts out at 2,400 feet per second. At 100 yards out, it's 2,000 feet per second. And at 500 yards, it's dropped all the way down to 1,200 feet per second. That's still very fast. But these are the kind of things you know if you want to be able to shoot and get good marksmanship. It also tells you how much energy the bullet has when it gets down, like at 500 yards. This thing's only hitting 1,000 foot-pounds. Very helpful if you're going to go out and hunt hogs, for instance. You need to know if you got enough knockdown power to do it.
I always just set a 12-gauge shotgun by my door and just put a bullet in it and shoot it. I didn't know there was that much detail to bullets.
Oh, there is. Chris, what in the world possessed you to get involved in this in the first place?
I don't know. I just have a passion for guns, and then I come from a publishing and marketing background. So when you put those two together, and I have not been born in America. I am in the American citizens, but I'm naturalized. And when I come in this country, when I see the freedoms that you guys have, or that now we have, my interest for firearms exploded. So I'm starting to, creating these guides 12 years ago. So now Firearms Guide 8th edition carries 12 years of work, and we're presenting tremendous amount of every antique and modern firearm. But please allow me just to tell a little bit about the ammo that you were telling just a moment ago.
Okay.
In Firearms Guide, we're presenting tremendous amount of ammunition that you can research in two ways. You can literally click on our ammunition section, pick the caliber or a type of the ammo, for example, rifle ammo, pistol ammo, cowboy shooting ammo, and you can research the ammo that way. But we also have possibility to research the ammo through the firearms database, which means that, for example, you decide that you want to research submachine guns from around the globe, and you pick certain caliber.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time when you're checking out any of those submachine guns that pop up in your search results, you can click on the bottom on the one little icon called Show Me the Ammo, and you will get a list of all of the ammo in the same caliber of that submachine gun. And
wow.
that way you can see, how much of the energy you're going to have with that gun, what will be trajectory, and basically you can check the ballistics for the ammo of that particular firearm, and if you are kind of not satisfied with the ballistic of that caliber, you can change the caliber in your search, and now every single gun in your search result will be pop up in completely different caliber that you chose. That way you basically can find out stopping power and maximum effective reach for every of those 68,000 guns, which is a unique feature, I think.
Well, that's a very unique feature. I mean, that kind of answers the question that Frank had asked, which is some guns don't like certain ammo. Does the guide address that? And I guess it doesn't address that exactly, but the point is, once you've chosen a gun, you can look at all of the different ammos that are available, and then you can go research that individually.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great way. Like I said, you can research just the ammo and ammunition section, or you can research our huge firearm section, and for every certain firearm, you can get a list of all of the ammo with a full ballistic chart for that particular gun of your choice. So that's a great way how you can research not only the ammo, but also the firearms that goes with that ammo. And that's a great feature because Firearms Guide, one of the best things about the Firearms Guide that really separates it from any book out there or from the Google is our searchability. Firearms Guide is searchable with the 14 different search criteria, like action of the gun, like the manufacturer of the gun, like the caliber of the gun, country of origin, year of production, the barrel length, the barrel type, stock type, and you can perform very simple or very complicated searches that you cannot do with the Google, and your search result will always be instant and precise. So, for example, you can do search like this. For example, show me pistol, semi-automatic action, the double action only, caliber. I want to be 45 caliber. I don't want a heavy pistol, so I'm gonna pick for the stock material to be synthetic polymer, and I would like my gun to be a little bit flashy. So for live finish, I'm gonna choose nickel stainless, and you get results instantly. And those are the searches that you cannot do with the Google. Just try to put it in the Google. That search phrase would be something like this: pistol semi-automatic in double action only with a polymer frame in caliber 45 ACP with a slide with a stainless finish. And then when you press enter, your search result will be probably 500,000 of the website. With us, 83 pistols.
Yeah, it's going to actually give you exactly what you're looking for. So
it's the precise search results and instant search results every time.
Well, for $29, I mean, if you're even thinking I might buy another handgun this year, this would be a worthwhile investment before you actually start going to stores and looking for one. You should do this. $29, practically free, and you get the online edition, plus you also get the keychain version, which you can just plug into a computer anywhere.
And the free update. Let's not forget that.
So, I mean, what a deal. All you got to do is you go to firearmsguide.com, firearmsguide.com, and you can see it there, and you can quickly and easily buy this thing using your credit card or your PayPal account. You just click on the buy now and then follow the prompts. Very quick and easy, and you've got instant access to all of this information. So. One more time, what all do you get with that when you sign up for a year?
Well, you get 24/7 access from absolutely any device. It can be your laptop, your desktop, your tablet, your iPad, and you can log in literally from any location in the world 24/7 and have the instant access. If you want with it, you can also get as a offline backup solution. You can get a DVD for both Mac and PC, or super fast USB flash drive for Mac and PC. And the great feature of those DVDs and USB flash drive is that you can research all of those guns in the privacy of your home without being connected to internet, so that no Google or any other search engine can record your searches.
So basically like an ebook.
From your IP address. This way you can do that in the privacy of your home. You just unplug your computer from internet, you pop in the DVD or USB flash drive, and you can research all of these guns and nobody even has to know about that, especially not a Google or a government.
Yeah, you don't want Google tracking your searches if you're looking for guns, particularly you, Amber, because they already don't like you.
Oh, well, I know. I like to just flash my gun anyway, so I'd let them know that I'm a quicker draw than they are.
And I like this. There are 650 different targets that you can print out on your own printer and take them to the range.
That's a great feature, I think, because it's not just enough to love guns. It's not just enough to collect them. We all like to go out with our family and friends and shoot those guns. And when you go out to shoot your guns with your friends and family, you need some paper targets. So why not just to print 20 or 30 targets the day before, shoot the targets, have a lot of fun, and then throw them in the garbage? Because next time you're going out to shoot with your friends and family, hey, you can always print more with a Firearms Guide. Well,
yeah, and at the range that's closest to me, they charge you $1 for every target that they put up if it's their target. If it's your target, it's free. So print your own targets before you go out there.
Targets, you pay off entire Firearms Guide.
Yeah. So, yeah, really, I mean, that pays for everything just in target savings alone. So, guys, you need to check this out, firearmsguide.com. I guarantee a tech-concealed gun owner who happens to be in the chat room right now, this is something you would enjoy. And for all you wives out there listening, this is something that your husband would like. And you, Amber, for crying out loud, you're a private investigator. You have to carry a gun anyway. You could use the info.
I agree. It's interesting. I like the fact that you can like look and search. Basically like have an ebook. That's always good because now like they'll use like anything in court or whatever if they get a subpoena for your search records to, like, oh, you look up a lot of guns. You're crazy. You're nuts.
You must be a gun nut. Yeah.
I'm like, heck yeah, I'm ready to like hold down fort if something happens.
So, all right. Well, Chris, thank you for bringing that to the show today. I'll be getting my copy as soon as I get off the show. And this is very cool, guys. And it doesn't matter when you hear this broadcast, by the way. If you hear it on a replay, it doesn't matter. Go to firearmsguide.com. Click on the buy now and get a subscription to this. You can get the 1 year online. You can get the 1 year plus the DVD. You can get the 1 year plus the USB super fast drive, and you get savings that go 2 years or 3 years even. So lots of ways you can get this, and you can buy a gift card. So give that to a close friend of yours that enjoys this sort of thing. Lots of things you can do here.
Well, it's an interesting thing. Sorry, I'm still in a argument online about our girl, Kelsey. Anyways, I gotta add something real fast. Carolyn Patterson. I gave you the number to the show if you'd like to call in. We got 2 minutes left. And, I would really like you to call into the show and defend your child predators, like live on the air. It's, anyways, instead of attacking everybody on my thread, I'm sorry your little friends went to jail. Actually, I'm like really excited they went to jail. I'm not sorry. I believe they should get more. So, anyways, it's either you are a child predator, or you're a flippin' idiot. So, other than that, quit being a telephone tough guy. Or computer tough guy, and call into the show if you have an issue with them going to jail.
Chris, thank you so much. We're going to get you back on again and talk guns in depth next time. So I appreciate you being part of the show today. And we're going to hang around in the studio just in case she wants to call in here on the Doc Greene Show. But we've got a hard break out on the West Coast. So thank you, Frank. And don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow. And it's going to be a big time, good time on the Doc Greene Show tomorrow.
You have heard it said, ignorance of the law is no excuse. You don't have to be a lawyer to get proper litigation defense when you defend yourself with any weapon, to include a karate chop or a gun. No license required. All you need is selfdefensefund.com, who will litigate on your behalf all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary, covering all court fees and appeals. A gun law class or seminar may not keep you out of prison, but a selfdefensefund.com membership could. We are on standby 24/7 to defend our members aggressively. One call, no out-of-pocket expense or reimbursement plan, comprehensive and extensive benefits like no other. Selfdefensefund.com. Lawyers are standing by. Any weapon, any state, anytime.